President of the Grenada Union of Teachers, Jude Bartholomew, is warning government against any possible draconian measures to force its members to take the COVID-19 vaccines.
So I think he should tread cautiously and be wise. Yes, he might be pressured. We don't know from where. Probably the government of Grenada. We don't know if it's locally, regionally, and internationally. And he have a lot of things to deal with. But let wisdom prevail. And don't go down that road of forcing vaccination upon teachers and other workers of this country. Convince them, educate them, and let them make a matter of choice.
Government is presently discussing the reopening of schools as COVID cases continue to diminish. However, government made it clear that vaccination is seen as one of the possible measures to be considered towards the resumption of schools. In a recent message to Grenada, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell spoke about the important role of vaccination in the reopening of schools.
The vaccination rate, unfortunately, among teachers and other personnel in the education sector is abysmal. The uptake of Pfizer vaccine, which is administered to children for 12 and above, is also low at this point. Against this backdrop, it is difficult for government to announce at this time the reopening of schools.
Bartholomew is appealing to the Prime Minister to step with caution on the issue of vaccination. In August, the duty stated its stance on COVID-19 and mandatory vaccination.
We encourage teachers to educate themselves about the COVID-19 vaccine and to follow the Ministry of Health COVID-19 protocols. And that vaccination is a matter of choice that teachers own free will. Let me just go forward. We made it clear that we are not against vaccination, but it must be a matter of choice. It may be a matter of choice. All right? What the Grenada Union of Teachers is totally against is mandatory vaccination.
Bartholomew says he wouldn't like the history of Prime Minister Mitchell as a long-standing politician to end with a bitter taste.
Prime Minister of Grenada and the government of Grenada, they didn't mandate in terms of elections. They didn't mandate in terms of to force people to vote for them. They didn't mandate in terms of they have 15 seats. And what did they do? They convinced the citizens of Grenada, this country, to vote for them. So if you could convince people to vote for you and you got 15 seats, what is in you now, directly now, that you can convince the nation? Educate and convince your people.
Bartholomew says teachers are most happy in the classrooms, but believes that looking at a phased approach towards January of 2022 may be the safest at this time for the resumption of face-to-face teaching and learning. Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN News.